Good morning and welcome to the 2014-15 Pikesville High School course advising process. Please go ahead and use the hashtag PHSFit to ask any questions that you might have along the way. Before you start making any decisions, we want to make sure that you think about meeting all of your graduation requirements as early as possible. To review those requirements, first off, let's talk about your high school assessments. You have to pass the HSAs in English, algebra, and biology, and our current freshmen and sophomores will also need to pass their government HSAs. In addition, all students must have 75 pre-approved student service learning hours. Mr. Babcock in room 121 is our service learning coordinator, and he can answer any questions that you have about student service learning. As far as credits go, the diploma for Baltimore County Public Schools requires English 9, English 10, English 11, and English 12, American Government, World History, U.S. History, and Economics, which for most people is a half credit of EPI, or you can take AP Economics for a full credit, Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, and Math in the terminal year is what you'll see in the booklet, but essentially that means taking math your senior year to ensure success in college. 3 credits of science that must include biology, so it's biology plus 2 other science credits, a full credit of fitness foundations and mastery, a half credit of health, a full credit of engineering, which can come in many different courses that you'll see, a full credit of fine arts, and a 4-credit completer. There are several completer options that we have at Pikesville High School. The most popular one that we have involves taking 2 credits of the same world language in high school plus 2 credits of electives. It's important that you get 2 credits of the same world language in high school, as that's what will be required for admission to 4-year colleges in Maryland. Another option is taking the 4 credits in multimedia. You'll have to apply to Mrs. Leiby's multimedia program, but that is an option as well. A third completer program we have at Pikesville is Project Lead the Way, and that is, as I said, 4 credits through engineering, starting in 9th grade and going all the way through senior year. And last, there's Career Research and Development, or School to Career Transition, and that involves taking 1 credit of Introduction to Career Research and Development, 1 credit in Advanced Career Research and Development, and 2 credits of a work-study program your senior year. On the forms that you'll see, you have your automatic course requests, which essentially show the courses that you're recommended to take next year based off of the courses that you're taking now and the teacher's recommendations for you to take next year. When all is said and done, you want to make sure that you request a total of 8 credits. As you know, we're going to have 8 credits next year. We do encourage students to take AP classes, so please go ahead and either write down or look at the link that's provided on your sheet. It's tinyurl.com/getapfit. For example,
AP 11, we write a lot of essays, like a lot. We have to do multiple drafts, and we have writers' workshops to make sure that each draft is fixed, because you don't want to turn the same thing multiple times. And it's a lot of work, but really, this is what will prepare you for college.
So as Samira said, taking AP gets you ready for college. And you don't have to have AP English 11. You can have many other AP classes, just as long as you do so within reason. But just bear in mind that anytime you want to take an advanced course, you will need to have a signature from your current teacher in the department of the class that you plan to have the recommendation. We want to make sure that whatever electives you choose, that you also include 4 credits of alternates, just in case. Because as we're offering more options, we may find that there won't be enough students requesting a class to run it, or sometimes there will be conflicts. So we want to make sure that you at least have some say in the courses that you take next year. We want to make sure that you discuss your requests with the teachers that you're taking and get their recommendations, not just based on the content, but also your work ethic and interest as well that they see in class. What is rigor? We want to make sure that you think about appropriate rigor for next year. Rigor is essentially the level at which a course is taught. The harder the class, the better it will prepare you for college. And we want to think about grades as well. So bear in mind that while 9th grade, many people had a hard time getting their grades where they want them to be in high school. 10th grade is a great opportunity to get your grades back on track. And 11th grade, that is the most recent complete year that colleges will have to evaluate your transcripts, so that year's grades are the most important of all. And 12th grade is the most important year to take academic rigor to get ready for college. How can you tell if a course is rigorous? Just look at the course number. The last digit of the course number shows how rigorous the course is. Courses that end in a 0 are standard classes and don't carry any extra quality points in your class rank. Courses that end with a 4 are honors level, and they carry 1 extra quality point if you earn a C or better in that course. Courses that end with a 5 or a 6 are GT or AP, and they carry 2 extra quality points, but again, only if you get a C or better, and that would help your class rank. Seniors have an option of taking a partial day next year. But in order to do so, you must have met all of your service learning hours, and you must have passed all of your high school assessments. The first option is by pursuing an internship. You can talk with Mr. Crawler in room 105 about options for internships in the area, but know that having an internship will allow you to get credit and a grade in that credit. Another option is parallel enrollment. You won't get any high school credits or grades necessarily for your college classes, but you would get college credit if you test out of introductory courses. You will need to apply to CCBC, and you will need to take the placement test, their AccuPlacer, to determine if you can take classes that would bear any credit. Because that process does take several weeks to months, we encourage you to start that process now by applying to CCBC. Especially because you can actually take classes for free. Juniors and seniors who have a 2.5 or better GPA can get their tuition paid for by Baltimore County Public Schools for up to 4 courses. You can get more information from either your school counselor or Gustavo Minaya from CCBC. When all is said and done, you want to make sure that your forms are signed, not just by you, but also your parent or guardian. Bring those forms into your advisory by January 24th, and then every student will have the chance to meet with their school counselor for 10 minutes each, sometime between February 3rd and the 14th. Everyone is invited to our information session on January 21st at 6 p.m. in the cafeteria. Gustavo Minaya from CCBC will also be there to answer questions about college for free. And before we leave you, we want you to think about several things. First of all, think carefully and deliberately make your choices, not just about electives, but also about levels for your classes. We want you to make sure that you make your choices based off of your interests and values, not what your friends are doing. It doesn't matter who's teaching the class this year or next year, really. You make choices based on the content for that course. And just because a class is offered at a particular time of day this year, that has no bearing on what time that class will be offered next year. So the school will take your request seriously, and because of that, you won't have the opportunity to make changes once you get your course requests in. You will, however, have until the last day of school to change your mind about your course requests. If you have any questions, email your school counselor or tweet your question with the hashtag PHSFit or tweet it to PHS Counts. We're looking forward to seeing you on the 21st and also at our college fair on February 6th. Colleges will be present and Gustavo and I will be there as well. Thank you very much.